thunder powerful enough to kill a god. With his dying breath, Zeus created this island to hide us from the outside world, somewhere Earth could not find us. And was been quiet ever since.
It was a common sight in the 80s and 90s, not quite as frequent since, but it's back. Playoff football in the Bay Area here at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Value 3. 6-6. Pull it high. 13. Check 13. Watch twist.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Here we go, let's bring it.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout, Goodwin. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yards.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go, here we go. 180! Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. Watch the ass. Dude. 11. 12, fellas, here we go. I know he ain't got it. 24 is the mic.
On first down, Garoppolo. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. On second down, it's Coleman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. 180! Tight right. 4 down. Check. 11. Man,
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald with a sack. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. He's at the 30. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big run there by Gurley. 72 yards. Preseason game, but I'll tell you, he looked mid-season form right there on that carry.
Get him out of there, Brandon. Don't let him carry the ball anymore in the preseason. He is ready for when it starts for real.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, here's Goff. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Looking for Woods that time. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here we go. Like 80!
I'm too heavy.
Hey, alert!
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Here we go. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
To throw is Garoppolo.
Wow, good throw.
Picked off by
bad throw, Garoppolo. Good
pick.
Bad throw. God, that was such a
horrible
throw.
Do their best to never
threw that ball right at that guy.
Before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it?
It really was.
Throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Goff will lead the Rams up here first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
It's delicious, and I'm a kid, so if I were a kid...
Boy, that was horrible.
Star Farms. Grilling at home just got easier with America's favorites made from plants. This is Chime, a mobile bank account and debit card with no hidden fees, no overdraft or monthly maintenance fees. And if I'm ever in a pinch, Chime Spot even lets me overdraw my account fee-free on debit card purchases. Start banking with Chime today at chime.com.
Oh, I've got a great plan with Consumer Cellular too. I'm always talking to my family, and I send 3 pictures of CC every day, 1 for each.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10.
56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Bring it.
Henderson now on first and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Eason. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Boy,
Yeah,
you trash.
for them, the only thing that matters is part 2.
Oh, my God. What?
Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now this throw caught left side. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
The play fake. Now White.
Ooh, son. Come on, bro.
Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was
God,
going to
you gotta hit that throw, man.
Locked up.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Here we go again. Here we go now.
White to throw again. And that'll
Oh, this
be
dude is
incomplete.
horrible.
So many qualities coaches tick off. When
Oh, how the heck did you make it to the draft, man?
Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great. But you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Shift. Hey, lock it. 49, check 49, check 49.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking
How
like
can you
another
make
empty
that
possession.
throw, but you can't make a wide open throw, man?
Certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments
This cat here is a problem.
have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Kill. Hey, turn it up.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin.
Oh my God.
And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big hitter there from deep in their own territory. Give him 53 yards on the ground.
That's my fault.
Check 31. Check 91.
They'll run here with John Kelly. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Everyone's got 4 down. Ready?
Off the play fake. Eason looking left sideline, incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On third down, Eason. Jones. Touchdown, LA.
Come on, man.
A big play there. 42 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed
Whoa.
No, it's a thing of beauty,
Good
especially
pass,
when it's
good
done like that
pass.
for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Good pass.
The point after is good.
Mr. White, whatever your name is, but you are out of here for 49, man. We would not have that foolishness going on.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. To throw, White. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This fucking dude, man.
Connect. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Second quarter action with
You gotta be fucking shitting me, man.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality. That's you, Charles Davis. To another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Jones has it. And some room to work. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On first down, Eason.
Oh, what I did on that one.
Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get
that 0. Get out of
here.
He'll
take this one up close to about the 45. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. White looks to throw.
Where are you?
Wind up incomplete.
This fucking guy here, bro. I can't fuck, man. Got to be more careful, dude.
My observation, there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively.
I mean, seriously, bro.
An offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with
Who
what
the
they're doing.
fuck put this dude in the game?
Has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter.
Good
a lot of time to change things. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Okay, Nikai.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. From the 30 on 2nd down. White. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now they'll run on the draw. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. On the carry is Henderson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Ready? 56 is Mike. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Big rip, big rip.
Off the bootleg. Eason. Complete to Jones.
Good throw, bro.
They're gonna get this beyond the
You have fucking got to be kidding me, man.
Goes an impressive 31-yard gain. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. He completes it to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now whistles and a flag down. I think one of the Rams linemen might have moved. The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15.
Hey, foxtrot.
Operating from the gun. Eason throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you say?
I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Get it.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Under 10. Under 80 weapon. Check. Go.
Now a handoff looking right.
He clicking out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Zipper. That's me. Hey, exit. 37's the mic. Ready?
White.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 24. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. First week of the preseason, probably not the pass, the impression that the rookie wants to leave right there.
Yeah, no probably about that.
I didn't
See it. I didn't see it. Try to impress your locker room. And most importantly, yourself. Probably spent all night last night saying, don't throw an interception early. Make sure you take care of the football. But now he's got it out of the way. Hopefully he can just settle in and move on.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. They run once more with Henderson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 23. On the carry is Kelly. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check it out, Reed. Out. Yo, cheetah. Shoot.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Henderson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points.
Oh,
and
wow.
Okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. White, and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding
Dude
call,
is
what can they
seriously
do here
not
on 3rd
picking
and
no
long?
other plays, man.
From the shotgun, here's White. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down.
I mean, dude, come on, bro. I mean, pick some other different play, man.
And they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it's so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, 41 Mike. Big grip, big grip.
Here's White, going to throw again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 31-yard line. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss
back to
of 1.
the same play.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the...
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown, 49ers.
Same play. Dude is literally picking the same play every freaking play. Man, come on, man.
You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
To throw on 3rd down, Eason going for the deep ball. He's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
He actually threw that ball that far with somebody on his back. Get out of here, man.
Yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Should have swatted. That's me. Should have swatted.
Whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. On the handoff, Henderson, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there. Now they've got it 1st and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Henderson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. 2nd and 3. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
I'm supposed to bet that wide.
And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ja'Kai Polite able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now White throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will get them one closer. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Go, 50, plant. All day, dog. Double tight, guys, double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. White.
20, seal that.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Now Gold for the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
the outlaw.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.
How fast does Dove Dry Spray actually dry? Let's see. It's dry. There's no dry time. Makes us wonder why we booked 15-second ad slots. Dries instantly and keeps you protected for 48 hours.
How can Experience Boost help you? Experience Boost is a game changer. My credit limit went from $1,000 to $14,000 now. I feel like I'm in complete control. Boost your credit score instantly. Free. Only at Experian.com/boost.
As homes become schools, AT&T has created a $10 million fund to help educators and families keep school in session.
Hi, Dad. I'm ready.
Because the key to keeping kids learning is keeping kids connected.
My name is Oscar, and I deliver packages for Amazon. I recently took a break because my girlfriend and I just had a baby. When I came back, Amazon completely changed. If anything, they took the overboard on the safety, and that's what I love. While looking towards the farm goal, that's like Amazon says, deliver smiles, I really like it.
It's over, General. Journalist. Our Hindenburg has recommended cases on viruses. We have run out of time.
I'll get you the hell up out of there, bro.